Hey guys, so today we're going to attempt to make a valve spring compressor for these heads. I got aftermarket valve springs, so we're going to swap them out, and instead of going online and spending the $40 on a nice little billet aluminum spring compressor, I'm going to take this piece of 3" by 1/4" flat strap, cut some holes in it, and make a spring compressor. I figured it'd be more fun than just buying shit, so here we go. Alright, let's see. Let's go 3.5 inches long, and we'll cut that off. Alright, we've got our plate cut, so let's get our measurements on where we're gonna put our slots or holes for our valves. I've got a big boy drill bit up here. Should be, yep, looks like it's gonna be just big enough to be able to go over the keepers and the retainers, so I can still pick them out with a magnet after I compress them. So, like I said, let's see if we can get our measurement here. About 2 3/4 from the end. And then we want to be about 1 7/8 apart. And then we're going to want to be well, that line's about perfect. Alright. No, we're just going to mark that. Center of the valve there. Center of the valve there. And then we'll just square that off with our measurements. Drill the holes, cut the slots, and then we'll show you the next step. So we're going to see how this drilling these holes, because I've got to put a 3/4 inch hole in this plate of steel, and I want to bring you guys along to see how this is going to play out, because I'm actually, if I can figure out how to, a good way to mount this camera, to be able to watch this disaster, because it's probably going to be entertaining, because I don't have a very good selection of clamps, and I'm working on a wood table, because we like to keep things interesting. So let's see how this goes. Luckily, I was a smart boy and brought smaller starter bits where I could make this a little easier on myself. One hole down, so far so good. Well, it's kind of anticlimactic, but those aren't straight at all. Hopefully it still works. Whatever doesn't line up, we'll just clean up with the grinder. We're gonna go straight from quarter in 1/4 inch up to 3/4 inch. Slow this drill down and we'll see what happens. We'll get this clamp a little bit tighter. Can't get these big ass clamps real tight, but we're gonna go for it. See what happens. You know what? I'm gonna get a second clamp. This is just not working as good as I was hoping it would. I've got my second clamp here. My very necessary big clamp. Doing so good. Catastrophe has struck. I probably should have used another step up in the drill bit, but you know, sometimes you just gotta send it and hope for the best. We can work with that. Oh, I just gotta do that one more time, one more hole. My damn clamps keep exploding. Keep having to reset them. And it's not working out for me. This time, I'm going to try the next size bigger bit, kind of give myself a little bit more relief here. Maybe a little bit less disaster. I doubt it, but a boy can be hopeful, you know. God. You know, these clamps are going to be junk by the time I'm done with them. I have an idea. So I knew I had the C-clamp somewhere in this garage. I found it. Check this out. Right there. 99% sure this came with the house and in that same spot for who knows how many years. So I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna try to get it down without falling. I don't exactly know if this is even gonna come off of here. We're fixing to find out. Oh yeah! Beautiful. Success. So this should make my drilling experience a little easier. Maybe not have my clamps explode. Or at least maybe it won't fall off the table as much. Oh, this is nice. All right. Get rid of these things. Probably why my garage is a disaster. Got my gloves. And then we'll attempt to put the big hole in her. Yeah. That ain't gonna work. I got a burr on the drill bit. That's better. Oh yeah, that's way better. Way sturdier. Go. There we go. Clean up this other hole a little bit. We'll see if these holes even line up now. Now that I got metal shavings everywhere. I still gotta take these heads apart. I'll take the valves out of them and clean them all up real good before I even go putting new valve springs in it, you know. That's hot. Well, that might just work. Cool. Angle's a little off, but Sorry, excuse me. Angle's a little off, but it might just work. So, drag you down here. Excuse me. See the angle there is a little bit off, but that might just be all right. We're gonna keep going, hope for the best. So now we got to figure out where our holes need to be so we can take this piece of all thread here, and this all thread will go into the holes that the come on, this piece of all thread here will go into the holes where the rocker arms mount, and then so that'll screw in there like that. This piece of plate will slide over it, down. We'll cover two valves. First, on one cylinder, we'll cover both valves, and then I'll just take nut, go down, compress that plate, compress that spring, take the keepers out. Then I can back off the nut, and then pull the retainer off, and pull the spring out. Pull the valves out, and then I can really give this cylinder head a good cleaning. So we will put this, line this up with our valves, and figure out where we need to drill our hole for our studs to go through. All right, so we got our holes. We got figured out where we've got to put our holes. We'll use this 3/8 drill bit. This is an 8mm piece of all thread, and I'm not going to make you watch me drill holes again. I figured you had enough of that entertainment for the night, and I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, so I've got my other holes drilled. I'm going to throw this on here. By the old eyeball, it looks pretty close. I don't think I cut my all thread quite long enough to do two. I originally only planned to do one. One valve at a time instead of two valves, so I only accounted for an all thread long enough to do one at a time, so I can thread it all the way to the bottom, and since these are aluminum, not risk pulling the threads out of it. But I'm going to take this all thread and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to see if it'll work. And I'm going to hope for the best, because sometimes you just got to take chances like that. So we're going to measure this out, mark it, cut it, and then we'll come back and we'll see if it's long enough to work. So I opened up another one of these sour monkeys, and I did it quite aggressively off camera, and I made a mess. It went everywhere, and I don't regret it because it was a lot of fun. So anyway, I got my all threads cut. Take my gloves off here. I got my all threads cut, and they actually look like they're gonna be all right. I'm gonna be able to get them screwed in far enough to do exactly what? Yep. Yeah, lines up. Lines up better that way. I'm gonna be able to do pretty much exactly what I want to do. Put a couple washers on here. Well, you know what? Actually, I am gonna put a couple of these nuts down here. Use them as jam nuts on the against the aluminum. That way I'm not threading the all thread into the aluminum, and that way I'll have less wear on the threads. I mean, if they weren't aluminum, I wouldn't worry about them as much, but since they are, I'm going to worry about them. I'm going to grab a 13. Well, I couldn't find a 13mm wrench, so we're just going to jam this 1/2 inch on here and hope it works. Oh yeah, that worked. That worked just fine. All right, put this back on there. Put these nuts on top. Hold on. All right, there we go. And then we'll pull down on these and we'll see if the pull down on these and see if the angle is going to work or not. If I keep the valve from compressing, that'd be great. Oh! Yep, there's one. I don't think this is going to be the best one that anybody's ever made. And I'm really hoping I don't bend any of the valves. Process of doing this, but I think it's gonna work. I might have to put a little bit of a bend in the plate, like right here, maybe right in front of the studs, but I am able to get keepers out of this one. I don't think I got a freaking magnet. Oh wait, yes I do, on the end of my flashlight. Bingo. Got those ones out. And those ones don't want to come out. I might have to convince those ones a little bit. The valve's pushed out a little bit here. Take the old wooden hammer handle and give her a, yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of a love tap. Pull them keepers right out of there. I'm definitely gonna have to do something better here. If I'm gonna want to do this reliably and not bend my valve stems. But this is gonna work for now. And my studs are a little bit short for taking it off, but I think I'm gonna be able to be all right. I'll put the clamp on there and pull it in to get them springs out the rest of the way. But for the most part, it turned out all right, and I was able to have some fun doing this. And this was a little bit longer of a video than the first one, so I hope you guys stuck around to watch it. Maybe a little bit more entertaining than the last one. I'm just out here trying to have fun. Isn't that what we're all trying to do? Start off our year 2025, have some fun, do better with ourselves. But I don't want to get into too much sappy stuff, so we're gonna end the video right here with a 85% success factor on our clamp, valve spring removal clamp here, and we will see you guys in the next video. See ya.